I have to do it. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, but I must talk about dogs in a negative light. Yeah, I know. I went from all this important stopping pedophiles and, banning abortions to talking about dogs. But this is just a story I was scrolling through a couple weeks ago, reading it. I'm like, wait a second, this feels weird. So, dogs sent to public schools to sniff out COVID-19. Pretty innocuous and innocent sounding. 2 dogs trained to detect a smell found among people who test positive with COVID-19 will visit 3 Massachusetts school districts, according to local media reports on Tuesday. Can you just imagine that? You're the principal of one of these schools, and you go over the intercom, say, "Hey kids, let's go line up so that the dogs can sniff you for COVID." We're not even bringing in drug dogs anymore. We're bringing in COVID dogs because that's the real issue among children. It's COVID. Yeah. What happens if they get a hit on you, you may ask? Well, you have COVID and are probably going to kill me and probably going to kill your parents and your teachers and your friends. You're going to kill everyone. It's all going to be your fault. And yes, I'm using hyperbole, but really, how different is that from how schools are already treating kids for COVID? I mean, we've pulled up the stats. There's like maybe 800, 700 kids, 18 down, who have actually died of COVID. Regrettable. I mean, it's nothing to be happy about. It's out of a pool of like 73 million. So the chances are pretty low. They don't even really transmit the virus that well. We've learned that in our, going into season 3, going into the 3rd year of this pandemic. This is how they treat the kids. And which is why this is a little icky for me. Most of these kids who they hit on are, that's a terrible way of saying that. Most of these kids the dog get a COVID hit on. There we go. Too much talking about pedophiles. Are probably asymptomatic, and because they're kids, not really going to transfer it. It's just not how the virus operates. But yeah, let's line them up and have these dogs sniff them up and down like they're looking for drugs. I don't know. Maybe this is fine. Maybe I'm overreacting to this. I probably am. I'm big enough to say that, but it seems icky. Seems very icky.